Hey race fans, it's Carl Edwards, driver of the number 99 Aflac Ford Fusion with your eye safety tip of the week. Did you know that 90% of eye injuries can be avoided simply by wearing the proper ANSI approved eyewear? More than 1 million Americans have lost some degree of sight due to eye injury. That's a risk that I'm just not willing to take. Go to wileyx.com to find a dealer near you and to learn more about the first premium performance sunglass company whose entire product line meets occupational safety standards. That's WILEYX.com. Wiley X. Safety never looked so cool.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
Welcome back to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Dave Washington continues to dominate here at the Magic Mile. 6.7 seconds last time at the line over Cody Marshall. If it goes green till the end, and anything can happen, but if Washington goes mistake-free and we go green to the end, I'm pretty sure we'll see that 10 car end up in victory lane.
Yeah, really just setting the pace right now. Getting ready to work lap 100, about 51 laps here to go, and getting the job done. Might as well call this his stomping grounds here. Dave Washington's got about a straightaway lead right now on Cody Marshall. Dylan Jones, though, after pit stops, has worked his way up to third, doing a great job. And I got James Ray sitting there in fourth, so the short pitting for James Ray is working out so far. He's got a pretty comfortable advantage right now over fifth place William Roberts here, about 3 seconds. So getting the job done, and James Ray trying to make up for last week's mistake in Chicago.
Certainly is, as it was actually passed by Jones a few laps ago for that third position, but he sits fourth right now. It'll be a good run for him if he's able to keep that and head out of New Hampshire with the fourth place finish.
Yeah, the real person that lost a lot since this green flag stop was Tyler McEwen. He's dropped all the way back to 6 now, 19 seconds off of the lead. So a couple times getting in the wall and things like that just really cost the driver there in the 88 car. So Tyler McEwen, I wouldn't say he's struggling tonight. He's definitely got a fast race car, but right now sitting 6th.
And the race isn't over yet. We could always have another caution, and it could just change the pace of the race if the caution were to come out. But as we run right now, Andy, it's very unlikely to see a caution come out. Everybody's spread out around the track, but you never know. It is racing, and anything is bound to happen. But as of now, I think we could stay green flag to the end, but if caution were to come out, like I said, it could change everything.
Yeah, a couple guys struggling right now that I'm watching on the track is TJ Graves, Kenny Baum Jr. Find themselves both a lap down right now. Kenny Baum 10th and TJ Graves sitting in 9th right now.
And Andy, our pit road reporter, Carl Brown, whispering to us He's saying that everybody else, besides James Ray and Kenny Baum Jr., everybody else should be good on one more stop here at the end, but Baum and Ray will be pushing it close.
Yeah, the two guys that have been short pitting this whole race here, and it's not going to help when you're trying to stretch it on a fuel mileage race like this here, all green flag laps.
Battle for 7th place is on, battle for 6th place between McEwen and Lambert, who's 7th. McEwen still dirt tracking this 88 machine around New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Brian Lambert has closed the gap, and he's right there on the rear bumper. And he's actually going to look to the inside.
Yeah, he's going to look on the inside off of turn number 2 now, trying to stick a nose in there. Looks like he's, McEwen's got him cleared just by a bit here. But as they head into turn number 3, Lambert's still going to look to that inside, but really struggling, Tyler McEwen. That car's definitely fallen off from the first part of this race. Not the same handling that he's had all race long.
And it might have had something to do, Andy, with him getting into the wall a few laps ago, right after the pit stop. He goes way up the track there that time. Looks like he just let him go. So Brian Lambert goes to 6th, and McEwen falls back to 7th.
Yeah, Lambert, he really needs another spot or two here, getting the top 5 here tonight. Like we had mentioned, his struggle so far this season, and but slowly working his way up through the field here tonight as McEwen just continuing to struggle, just loose off of every corner. Product could be just overdriving it at this point.
Yeah, that might be it. He might just be getting frustrated either with the car or with himself even, and just pushing it a little bit too hard.
Doesn't take much at a track like this or Martinsville anyway to overdrive a corner like this with the flat track.
Dave Washington is lead last time, 7.2. We'll see what it is this time. I tell you what, I've been watching Washington for the past few laps, and that car just looks like it's on a rail going around this track. He just is so smooth, doesn't make any mistakes, but yet he's so fast.
That's what it's about, being consistent. Like I've been talking about, a track like this also, that just you gotta get in that rhythm, you gotta get in that zone, and a lot of cautions tend to not allow you to get in that zone, but all these green flag laps like that, you just kind of get into a rhythm.
Lap 113, we're working on it now here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Andy, I know you listened to the No Bull radio show last night. Of course, I was the host. Carl Brown was doing the producing. Dylan was co-hosting with me. And you'll be back next week, of course, for the Wednesday night edition of the No Bull radio show.
Maybe. I might be back. I don't know. You guys did such a good job. I'm hearing I might be out of a job.
Hey, more money for me. More money.
There you go, yeah. Well, you say Carl was producing it, but it sure sounded like he was off in Neverland there with his tin can or something. But, he was in Korea, I'm being told, so he was producing it all the way from there. But anyway, no, great job by you guys. I appreciate you filling in. And, no, I didn't just go in for dinner, so you guys did mention that. But I was up here getting prepped for this race. That's what it was. Getting some lobster rolls.
Good stuff. Battle heating up for the 3rd position between James Ray and Dylan Jones. Ray has the early pit strategy, and He has a real fast car at the beginning of the run, and even on the later part of the runs, I think he has a pretty fast car as well. A little faster than, a tick faster right now, looks like, than Dylan Jones.
It does. It looks like maybe, obviously the tires are worn out. We're getting close to green flag pit stops again. James Ray, one of those guys like Dave Washington that just, he's got a really good car. He's got a really good car on the long run, so you're really starting to see that right now.
This race brought to you by NASCAR Hall of Fame. You can do it all at the Hall. You can like them on Facebook. Just search NASCAR Hall. Give them a follow at Twitter at NASCAR Hall. This race also brought to you by Competition Diecast. You can find them at competitiondiecast.com. If you want a custom poster, a custom t-shirt, or even your own custom diecast model to sit on your desk, give Rick Donovan a call at Competition Diecast.
I actually have one of those, Ben, and thing looks pretty snazzy, so definitely Rick Donovan does a heck of a job on it.
I'm going to have to get me one of them one of these days. Washington's in some traffic. He's working around Lennon right now. He had to get around McEwen just a few seconds ago. Lennon's going to give way. Lennon's going to head down the pit road, and pit stop set to begin right now. Coming to complete lap number 21. Let's look at the rseat.net top 5 before we head on to pit road. Dave Washington is on the point. Cody Marshall is second. Dylan Jones sits third. William Roberts is fourth. Ryan Lambert is fifth. He just passed James Ray, who headed down the pit road. And here comes the leader, Washington. He's also bringing lap car McEwen with him. Do we see Marshall come this time? No. Carl, is Washington still liking the rocket ship he's got?
He's loving it right now. His only problem is he was starting to hit some heavy lap traffic, and so he wasn't quite sure when he got into traffic if it was his car handling go away, if it was just lap traffic. But they're going to get fuel in there and throw 4 tires on it and send it back out.
Wow, Andy, you got to wonder if he's having problems in lap traffic. What would happen if we actually had to have a restart here and he had to be in the traffic? That would be interesting to see. As Dylan Jones, Carl, did he just take 2 tires?
Yeah, there's been several cars take 2 tires and some net tires.
Dylan Jones, about as sideways you can put one of these cars yet again for 3 and 4. And Land, do you think that's a product of the 2-tire pit stop?
Yeah, I would definitely put that on a reason why you're going to take a few laps to get those right side tires up to temperature and up to air pressure. So It'll take a few laps anyway for him to get settled in here, but could be a smart move here. Maybe get him a second place finish out of the night.
Oh boy, Kenny Ralph Jr. was sideways down the back stretch. It is real fun sitting up here watching these guys manhandle these cars around this track. They have put on some saves for us tonight here in New Hampshire, sideways as they are. Really good car control by the whole field.
Absolutely. Cody Marshall now heading down to pit road. Carl, I think he's heading your way.
Yeah, he's on his way right now. He likes the car. It's just a little loose on him still. There's been a debate the whole way down this pit road so far if he's going to take 4 or 2. But he's going to get, we're going to get him filled up. You know, if he's going to get filled up, 2 tires is the way to go, what I'm seeing everybody else doing. So 1 second, we'll get the call.
Interesting strategy there. And this could really some stuff if the caution were to come out.
So we're having a great run right here. Definitely setting the pace is Dave Washington, and I got my guys. It sounds like hitting the hot bar tonight. Ben, what's going on up there?
Got some chicken fingers and some macaroni and cheese over here, and pretty good.
There you go. And, every time Carl's down there munching on hot dogs or lobster rolls or something down there in pit row. But no, we're having a great event here tonight. Of course, only race number 3, and next week these guys hit to take some right-hand turns, Ben, as they head to the Watkins Glen. That should be a fun one.
Oh yeah, it should. As I don't know though, Andy. A bunch of these guys have been making a bunch of right-hand turns tonight, just keeping the car straight. But yeah, Watkins Glen, next week I'm really looking forward to that one. Dave Washington, you may think that he is just the king at the oval. You haven't even seen him on the road. He's pretty spiffy on the road side of things too. McEwen giving way to Washington, and we are just 20 laps away from the finish here at New Hampshire. 20 laps away from the finish, and we are going to give you a good old-fashioned Noble Network 1. Turn it up, turn the speakers up, and listen to the sound of the cars around New Hampshire. Let me know when we're ready to come back. If I can get the food out of my mouth. are back. And by the way, that if anybody heard anything throughout the tournament up there, my producer Ted let me know that we were coming back before I started talking again. William Roberts going to lose 5th position on the to Brian Lambert, who got around him on the inside. And Lambert has just now cracked the top 5, and he's really turning his night around tonight. Or his season around, we should say.
Yeah, it took him quite a while here to get up here to the top 5 here tonight, but better late than never, I guess, as we got 15 laps to go here.
15 to go, and if he really puts the hammer down, if Graves starts holding up Ray a little bit, he might be able to catch him, but that's in the long shot. Cody Marshall in some traffic as well right now. Just got around Kenny Bell Jr. Now he's working on Stefan Brunel and Tyler McEwen just ahead. Marshall's going to clear Brunel. He's got work on McEwen, and McEwen, ever since he got into the wall after that one pit stop, Andy, that car has just not been the same. He had a top 3 car going for him, but I think early on in the race he just wore it out a little bit too quick.
Yeah, a little too quick for the car's liking anyway. Gonna come out of here with a top 10 finish, which is still pretty solid. He is 1 lap down, as we only have 7 cars still in the lead laps. Mitch Lennon's about to get lapped now by Dave Washington.
Lennon going to give way to the outside for Washington, down in 3 and 4. Washington clears Lennon, and Washington will see 11 to go at the line here at New Hampshire. About the closest battle on the track, or the closest positions on the track, would have to be Ray and Lambert for the 4th position, although they're still quite a bit away from each other. Not too much action going out on the track as Washington gets 10 to go. Nine laps for Washington. Once again, we want to thank all you fans for joining us here at NobleNetwork1.com for the live coverage of the RC.net Cup Series here in race number 3 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. If you're just joining us, for some reason Washington is in the lead. He has been in the lead for just about the whole race, except for a few laps that he lost on the pit stops when people stayed out and gained a few more points. Cody Marshall sits second. Dylan Jones rounds out the top 3, 16.5 seconds back from the lead.
Cruise control, that's what the 10 car's got it on right now, Ben. Cruise control, he's had it on all night long. Like you said, leading just about every lap here since the green flag has fell, except for a couple on the exchange for pit stops. But it's exactly what this guy's about, and about to make it 2 in a row here for the series here, winning last week in Chicago, and then of course here in New Hampshire this week. Which I'll remind you, everybody, last season he was the guy, Ben, that turned it up right at that time of the season, right before the chase, and it was these two tracks. It was New Hampshire first, then Chicago, right before the chase, that got him going, that win him that championship last season.
Certainly did, and if he keeps going the way he's on, it might happen again tonight. 5 laps to go in New Hampshire. Carl Brown, you got something on pit road?
Yeah, I've just been talking with Dave Washington's crew chief. Over the past 5 laps, he's starting to get a vibration in that car. Don't know if it's just Gremlin showing up here late in the run, or if he's just imagining something, with dominating the whole entire race and worried about finishing the race. But he's reporting a vibration in the car.
I don't know if it's actually something wrong with the car, Andy, or these drivers, they do get paranoid, and Washington's not one to break a sweat if somebody's behind him, but you never know how he is inside the car when he's got no pressure. So he might just be feeling something that's always been there, but he just started noticing it now.
When you got a car that good, Ben, that stuff like that, you start listening to things that, like you said, are normal, and they start making you worry. But he's got this thing set, cruise control right now. As he crosses the line, you're 3 to go.
He's got a few cars in front of him. That's William Roberts and T.J. Graves. Pretty sure they won't give him any problem at all. And while we were talking about all that, Brian Lambert caught James Ray and passed him. Lambert has moved to 4th. 2 to go for Washington. Dave Washington, like you said, Andy, just on cruise control tonight. It doesn't look like he's hardly putting any effort in that. It's just a Thursday night drive for the number 10 and Dave Washington. He comes off the corner number 4. He's going to get the white flag, and he's going to begin the final mile here at New Hampshire.
Final mile, and looking to pick up win number 2 on the season. Propel him a little bit further ahead in the standings, but not too far behind him, because the 2 guys that were chasing him are sitting 2nd and 3rd tonight, so he's not going to gain as much as you think, but still definitely a statement race for Dave Washington.
Clean and green and back to victory lane for the Tin Machine here tonight at the Magic Mile. Dave Washington returns to victory lane, and just to give you a realistic look, Cody Marshall just did pass the finish line. 3rd place. You got to go way back to Dylan Jones, and he's coming off of corner number 4 right now. Jones is going to finish 3rd. And Brian Lambert, look at this dude right here. A good run for him to turn his season around here tonight in New Hampshire. Fantastic race. Motor Speedway 1 caution. And oh my goodness, Dave Washington back in victory lane. He's about to burn him down here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We're going to talk to Dylan Jones, Cody Marshall, and your winner Dave Washington in just a few minutes live right here on Noble Network 1. We are back here at Noble Network 1. We're going to go ahead and let you know that Cody Marshall will not be available for interviews after the race. He had to leave the track pretty quick here tonight. But we are going to talk to Brian Lambert in his place. Lambert came home fourth, and he's standing by with our pit road reporter, Carl Brown. Carl?
Brian Lambert, good run tonight. How's the car?
The car was pretty good, actually. It was good on the long runs. I got here late and barely made it in for qualifying, so I had to start in the back, and it kind of came to me as we went.
Well, after that last set of green flag pit stops there, you come out of the pits in sixth and rated up to fourth. What kind of adjustments did they do to the car to get you moving up there so quick?
Yeah, I think in that deal there, on the last stop, I took 2 tires, and I think probably a couple guys in front of me probably didn't take any at that point, and I think that was just the little bit I needed to run down a couple of them.
Well, great pit strategy tonight. Anybody you want to thank for this fourth place finish tonight?
Yeah, No Bull, of course, and all you guys at No Bull 1 for putting them on, and especially thank James Ross and PowerTech this year.
All right, everybody. That was your fourth place finisher, Brian Lambert. I believe Andy Kessler has caught up with your third place finisher, Dylan Jones.
That's right. I'm down here with Dylan Jones. Dylan, I talked to you a little bit before the race there, and you talked about not typically or not the track you were looking forward to, but you ended up coming out and getting a solid top 3 finish here tonight. Not going to lose a lot of ground to the championship leader Dave Washington there with this third place finish, but you got to be happy with that finish, the way you sounded here early on.
Yeah, I got a speeding penalty here in that first caution, so set me back a little bit. I actually came in here thinking I'd have a good run here. I really like New Hampshire, but I really struggled. I know last year here at New Hampshire, me and Dave had great battle there, but not this time. He pretty much checked out on everyone.
Yeah, he did, kind of on his own planet there tonight, but like I said, not going to lose too much ground for yourself here in the standings in the championship battle, but now we look forward to next week here at Watkins Glen. And last season, you were one of the only guys that actually took a win out of the hands of Cody Marshall, Dave Washington, and Chad Simpson, and you did it at Sonoma there on the road course. So you got to be pretty excited heading to Watkins Glen next week.
Definitely real excited. Really like racing at road courses. Usually do pretty good. Just got to keep her on the track for the whole race.
Ain't that the truth? Well, anyway, Dylan, you did a great job tonight. Battled hard from that speeding penalty. Got yourself here in the top 3. Anyone you'd like to thank for this good run?
Oh, yeah. Thank all the sponsors. Sam Bass, NASCAR Hall of Fame, Wiley X. Big thanks to RC for sponsoring the series and car. And everyone working at Noble Network 1.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate that, Dylan, and congratulations again, and good luck next week. And Ben, that's your third place finisher here tonight, Dylan Jones, and I believe you've caught up with the winner, Big 10-4, Dave Washington.
10-4, I'm down here in Victory Lane with Dave Washington, and 2 in a row, Dave, tonight. You just had that thing set on cruise control. You had your margarita on the dash and the soup in the hand. You were just on a rail tonight, just dominated here at New Hampshire. Walk us through how the race went for you.
It was awesome. My teammate got in a little skirmish at the beginning, took him out, so he kind of watched out for me and kept me up to date where everybody was at, and I wanted to just make sure I didn't overdrive the car, and he just read me my lap times and just tried hitting it consistently.
Well, he definitely was doing something right to help you out. Dave, I can't even remember the margin of victory at the line, but you had a substantial lead over Cody Marshall. We head into Watkins Glen next week. You're going to advance your points lead a little bit tonight. How's Watkins Glen for you?
Well, I've been getting better there each season and doing a bunch of racing in the Cadillac. I think I'll do pretty good. I just got to be able to keep up with Eric and Dylan Jones and Kenny Baum there.
Certainly cannot wait for Watkins Glen next week. We'll see you there. And is anybody, like you say, I'll try that again. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for the victory tonight?
As always, Sam Bass team, they're doing awesome this season. Wiley X, NASCAR Hall of Fame, you guys for putting this on. Eric, big thanks to Eric tonight for helping me out at the end there. It worked out great.
There you have it, Dave Washington, winner of 2 in a row here in the Cup Series at Noble Motorsport. And Dave, my producer, whispering in my ear, he said if you're going to continue to win these things, you got to have a better burnout. He called your burnout tonight weak.
I'm not used to doing them. My crew chief is always telling me just pull it in, don't be too flashy, because it might come back to bite you.
Oh well, I don't think it'll be any curse. But we'll see you next week at Watkins Glen. We wish you all the best of luck.
Thanks, guys.
It's Dave Washington winner here tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway at the Magic Mile. And Andy, like one of the best runs so far for Dave this season as far as dominance goes. I don't even think he had to worry about who was in his rearview mirror tonight.
No, I mean, early on, Cody was hanging with him about 2/10, 3/10 on that first run. But then, like, after the pit stops started going through and the cycle of the green flag pit stops, it was just, he's just a guy on the long runs that can just really get it done. He saves his tire, saves his car so well throughout the run that when it comes down to the end, that's where he really makes up his ground and pulls away from these guys. And that, 15, 20 laps in a run, anything after that, that's where he really, really just pulls away from everybody. And that's, like you said, it's just a product of consistency, hitting your marks, and getting the job done the way you're supposed to.
That it is, and let's look at the final finishing results here tonight from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Of course, Dave Washington came out on point tonight with the victory. Cody Marshall was second. Dylan Jones was third. Brian Lambert, talked about him, a spectacular run for him. He was fourth. James Ray, fifth. William Roberts came home sixth. Mitch Lennon, seventh. Tyler McEwen, eighth. Ninth was TJ Graves, and rounding out the top 10 was Kenny Baum Jr.
Coming home 11th, I believe his first Cup start this season, Stephanie Burnell, 3 laps down. Brad Spidell will come home 12th. Brian Coveney, who had some issues by himself here, hitting the wall a couple times. 114 laps down. He'll finish 13th. 14th to Eric Dollarriva. And rounding out the field in 15th is Justin Munsell, some 137 laps behind.
Yeah, a few bad runs for a few guys tonight, but some great runs for others here in the RC.net Sprint Cup Series here at Noble Motorsport. We head to Watkins Glen. Next week, we're going to be doing right and left-hand turns and even some gear shifting throughout the course of the lap. Carl Brown, you're going to join us back on pit road?
If y'all have me back here. I enjoyed myself tonight. Finally got me some of these lobster rolls I've been hearing about for quite a while now, and it was pretty fun.
Certainly, as of last, I've done some pit road reporting on the nationwide side of things. It's pretty fun on pit road. Andy, Watkins Glen next week. Final closing statements from New Hampshire tonight.
Moving on. Every time we end a race and we move on to the next, we just get closer and closer to that cutoff for the chase and get the championship underway. And just another stepping stone is next week at the Glen. And like Dave said, there's going to be some guys have been struggling so far this season, but you're going to see those guys up front, and those are guys like Kenny Baum Jr. We've seen Dylan Jones up front, but like he said in his interview, he does like road course racing. So that's going to be another guy to watch out next week for. And Eric Dollarriva also very fast at Watkins Glen. So you're going to see a lot of, I think, some real good battling next week in front of the field.
Should be a good one next week. I'm looking forward to it already, and Saturday, same time, same place on Noble Network 1 next Thursday. Want to give a big thanks to Wiley X, Sam Bass, NASCAR Hall of Fame, Competition Diecast, PowerTech Power Solutions, and the official sponsor of the Cup Series, RC.net. We also want to give a big thanks to Noble Motorsport, and for all of you for tuning in tonight here at NobleNetwork1.com. Have a great Friday tomorrow, and have a great weekend. Be safe on the roads, and remember to put the phone down.